Hey everybody, what we're going to be doing here in today's video is a end of the year review that I normally do almost every end of the year as a tradition on this channel. Going over some of the stuff that we did this year on the channel, of course. So I started off doing a video trying to do a little short overview of the Xbox Series X that I got back in 2023. And of course I had a laptop that came to me for service, which was a low-end laptop that had Windows 10 and S mode that it came to me in for service, and the laptop apparently didn't really have a whole lot of hard drive space for certain programs, or if you wanted to take Windows 10 out of S mode. So I kind of made a video encouraging people that are wanting to buy a low-end laptop to think twice. And we got to experiment around with Meta AI in Facebook Messenger, where you can get it to generate different type of things, like certain images that you can imagine what you can think of, while I was waiting for the new iMac to arrive that particular week, because I ended up getting the upgrading my old 2017 Intel based iMac, which had an Intel Core i5, to an M3 iMac, which the M3 iMac's been doing pretty good. And I decided to do a album review of a metal album that from my CD out of all my CDs that I own, to try something a little different with the channel. And once I got 86 box and UTM fully working on my M3 iMac, I managed to do a video experimenting around with Windows for Workgroups 3.11 on the internet. So I even decided to do a video showing Windows 2000 actually working in UTM, because I didn't really see nothing for like Windows 2000 with UTM. And exploring around with the year 2000 updated with Windows 95. And I did a video showcasing Windows 3.0 with multimedia extensions, which was the very first version of Windows to include a startup sound that not really take the time to do the research of the actual correct sounds that you see a lot of videos with fake sounds. And I did a long overdue video on the Acer Aspire the AXC-603G-UW30 running Windows 10. And as we talked about how times are changing, and it's changing rapidly, and I got to experiment around with BOS 5 inside Windows 98. Although I couldn't get the sound to work for some whatever reason, but in BOS 5, if I can get the BOS to work in a future video, I'll probably have that come into the channel. But and I even got a new printer. I even got a printer to go along with the new iMac, with the M3 iMac that I got. Although I did a requested video showcasing all the themes and all the screensavers for Microsoft Plus for Windows 95. including some of the default screensavers in Windows 95 as well. which surprisingly that video is look like it's doing pretty good, even though it's not don't really have a whole lot of views. But if the at some point I may end up doing one with a remastered one of showing all the themes and screensavers of Windows 98, and with the Plus pack. And I decided to do a little tutorial with the Canon to get drivers on a Canon printer with a Mac. Try and show some Mac related videos too. And I did a few little gameplay videos of some classic software that I normally do on the channel. And I even got the new iPhone on release day. And I even did a camera test when I got the new tripod to go with the new iPhone. And I decided to give some Linux distros a try in UTM, so I did decide to explore around with Lindows OS before it became Linspire. And we even got to experiment around with iPhone mirroring with the latest release of macOS Sequoia. And I did a video where I had an HP laptop that came to me that it had a broken lid because most of the plastic pieces were just completely shattered, and it was somewhat destroyed, so I ended up putting a new lid and doing a few little updates. Excuse me for a minute. I just had a little small cold, but it's slowly going away. But at any rate, so back in Linux territory, I did a video showcasing Red Star OS 2.0. I'm gonna try and get a Windows 11 laptop pretty soon, at some point in 2025, just to have to run certain programs. Even though I'm still gonna be using the Mac, I'm still a full-time Mac user, but at least I'm gonna have a Windows laptop for certain programs. I may end up loading VMware on there, and probably might get to experiment around with Red Star OS 3.0 when the time come. And I did a video showcasing Windows 2000, working a little bit better since I fixed the CPU issue with the sound stuttering. It don't stutter as much, but it's a little bit of an improvement from what it was in that previous video that I did, trying to use a Pentium 2 CPU in the 86-box VM. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this little end of the year review, going over some of the stuff that I covered on the channel. And I'll see you guys in 2025.